My name is Brittany and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, it is never too late to do so. Also, if you would like to be in the know of every time I upload a new YouTube video, just go ahead and click that notification bell. So around this time, teacher interviews are usually, happening. They still are happening, but they're happening differently because of COVID-19. Administrators and interview teams are doing virtual interviews. So today I want to offer you all some tips that will help you ace your virtual interview or your face-to-face interview. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So before your interview, I would have to say give your administration or your interview team your cover letter and resume. Usually if you were doing like a face-to-face interview, you would actually give them these documents in hand, but because of COVID-19 and the virtual interviews, I would say email them your cover letter and resume so that they can read these documents as you are interviewing. The cover letter and resume would just kind of give them an idea of your skills and your qualifications that you bring to the table. Also, the cover letter and resume may answer some questions that they have. So definitely give them your cover letter and resume. Number two, I would say research the school and district that you are interviewing for. I really think this is important because researching the school and district that you're interviewing for can answer so many questions that they may have for you. For example, usually when you're interviewing, they'll first say, tell me a little bit about yourself. And usually some people will focus on like their hobbies and all this extra stuff. But me personally, I will focus on telling them about the teaching aspect of myself. And if you research the school and district that you're interviewing for, you can kind of put that into telling them about yourself. I'm going to give you an example. It may sound like I'm babbling, but I hope you kind of get the point of it. So if someone asks me, tell me a little bit about yourself, I would say, hey, my name is Brittany. I love to teach because yada, 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 yada. Teaching is my passion, blah, 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 blah. I was doing some research and I saw that the school and district believes in this. Your mission is this. Your goal is this. And I really like that and I really love that because I believe that as well, or whatever. It may seem like I'm going in circles, but I hope you kind of like understand where I'm going. Or they may even ask you, why did you choose to interview with us? And if you research the school and the district, you will have so many answers for that question. So research the school and the district that you are interviewing for. Number three, I would have to say, be early and be dressed beyond the job that you are interviewing for. I don't know why people think it's just cool to be late. Like, some people just like, oh yeah, it's okay, I'm always late. Like, that's a cute accessory or that's a cute habit to have, being late. No. Being late is not cool. It shows that you're not serious about the job that you quote unquote want. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in the office by yourself because you're early. It doesn't matter if you are the only one on camera because you are early. Whether it's a virtual interview or a face-to-face interview, you need to be early to show them that you are serious about obtaining this job. Also, you need to dress beyond the job that you want. I never understand, even if it's a fast food job, I never understood why people would show up in jeans. Like, I don't understand, because they're not going to take you serious enough to teach anybody's child if you cannot show up in a professional manner. And that even goes for a virtual interview. Don't let a virtual interview be an excuse as to why you cannot be professional and be professionally dressed. Okay, even if you're on camera, you still need to be professionally dressed. Please do not be in your pajamas. If anything, a virtual interview should make you want to go hard, because this is not a typical interview. So you need to basically throw out all the cards that you have, be on time, and be dressed to impress. Also, before your interview, number 4, you want to rehearse answers to these common questions that I am about to read to you. I will also write these questions down below in the description box for you all. I'm not going to answer these questions because there are a lot of questions and my answers may be very long. What I think I'm going to do is come back and do a separate YouTube video of me answering these questions. But the questions read, tell me a little about yourself. Describe your classroom management approach. How do you use the standards when planning instruction? Describe what a typical lesson would look like. How do you use assessment to guide your instruction? How do you incorporate technology in your teaching? How do you meet the needs of diverse learners? How do you develop relationships with families? What is your philosophy of teaching? What are 3 words others might use to describe you? And what are your strengths as a teacher, as well as your area of growth? So those are just a couple of questions that you may want to rehearse some answers to. So during your interview, I will have to say, number 1, be yourself. And I know this sounds kind of crazy because it may be hard to be yourself because you're interviewing, right? And you may be nervous and a little anxious, but be yourself with a little bit of professionalism on it. Because if you are yourself, it kind of gives them an overview of how you will be in the classroom with your students. Also, once you get hired, I'm going to claim it, but once you get hired, you're being accepted into basically a family. So you need to be yourself around your family. These are people that you will be seeing every day. So yes, be yourself. Number 2, during your interview, I will have to say, be confident, but not overconfident to where you're not able to accept feedback. One thing about me, I always tell people, if I did something wrong or if I'm not doing something right, please let me know. Just don't let me keep doing the wrong thing because you think I'll react a certain way, because that's not me at all. I'm always open to feedback. Feedback makes me a better individual as well as a better educator. So definitely be open to feedback. Also, during your interview, if I were you, I would already have some questions prepared to ask administrators and the interview team. That's what I did. It shows that you are serious about getting this job. For me, one of the questions that I asked my administration and the interview team is, what resources and programs do you have in place for new teachers? And they were like kind of caught off guard a little bit, but it showed them that, yeah, I want this job. I'm serious about this. So yeah, definitely have some questions prepared to ask your administration and your interview team. After your interview, you want to send them a thank you email or maybe a thank you note, just thanking them for the opportunity that they have provided you with. Whether you get the job or not, I'm going to claim that you are. The right thing to do is just kind of thank them for that opportunity that they offered you. And number 2, after your interview, I would have to say, be patient. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes job hunting can be very tedious and nerve-wracking, but I really want this to be like a fun process for you all. I know it sounds crazy, like job interviewing fun, but I really want this to be like a fun process for you all. And just realize that you will get the job that is meant for you. But that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. But before you all go, don't forget to do 3 things, and that's comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.